Hey guys, welcome to another exciting video of makeup and getting ready to really go nowhere, and that's okay. I have accepted it that my glam days are just going to live behind these walls for now. But you know, I don't want to lose my skill set, and I want to still know how to do like a smoky eye. I was gonna say cut crease, but I don't really do that anyway that much. I'm starting to a little bit, maybe. I don't know. My point is, I do notice that I have better days, like the quality of my days feels better when I wear makeup. Anybody else? Please leave this in the comments below. If you agree with me, thumbs this video up. If you even spend 5 minutes getting ready, and for whatever reason, just that 5 minutes of like mascara, concealer, powder, gloss, whatever, makes you feel just more normal. I think that it's so important right now to keep some normalcy in our routine, and makeup is like, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. It's like the healer, it's the escape, it's the creative in my life, it's color, it's a nice time out. So what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna get ready with you and we're gonna play with new drugstore makeup. I do have a few exciting items within this video that I am super curious about. I have swatched this one. I have not yet had a chance to put it on my eyeballs. This is a palette from Physicians Formula. They actually have a few different looks on the back. Maybe we should be daring and follow, what should we? Maybe, should we follow a look? This has vitamin C in it. That's great. Goji, that's great. I do also have this palette from e.l.f. that is just like straight shimmer metallic. I thought maybe if we need like a little extra oomph, like a little, you know, dazzle in our inner corner, that maybe that could help. And then this right here is a 1 minute face perfector. That's a huge claim. What does that even mean? It's made in France. It's fancy. It's Francie. Dad joke. This is a moussey face perfector. It ensures, that's like, sounds like a big promise. It ensures flawless mattified complexion and natural makeup finish. Makes pores visibly disappear. Oh my God, I need that. I really would like that. Color adapts to any skin tone. Are you sure? And you could use this as a primer or alone. Let's just like dig in. Let's just go for it because I need something. I did not sleep well. I stay up too late. I am kind of like, I'm good with my diet, good with hydration. I'm bad with my gym routine. I am not that person right now that's like waking up and like I'm not there. I hope I get there. I would really, really like to get there. And I really want a salad, you know, like the simple things. Like how wonderful is it that we are all being reminded of the pleasures and the simple things that we sometimes overlook, you know? So there's good in that. I'm gonna take it in that avenue, in that vein. I'm so excited for everything to return to normal, but you guys, just friendly reminder, stay inside. Let's get this thing over with. Like, let's just let it pass and be back to somewhat of a normal routine soon. I hope soon. I'm sending you guys love. It's unavoidable to like not talk about this. You know, like every video I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Don't talk about it. People are sick of it. But it's like the only thing that's happening. It's gotten to the point where like my mom will call and I'll be like, hey, what's up? Here, I'm just gonna go ahead and start applying this. So this is like a whipped texture. This says that it's going to adapt to my skin, like the color. I am in a garden. This is fragranced. It smells really good, but also makes me terrified for the quality of my skin. Okay, so back to like calling family members. I don't have a lot to say. Like, it's getting to that point where it's like, wow, isn't this weird? Like, and we just kind of have the same conversation because it's not like, oh yeah, so I went to the gym and oh my God, funny story. This guy, he was hitting on a girl and I watched it happen and da-da-da-da-da. There is nothing, you know, like it's forcing us to just be at this like standstill and like figure out who we are as humans, what we believe, what we're passionate about, what makes us, you know, light up and what sparks joy in us, as cheesy as that sounds. Wow. I think in 1 minute, I'm significantly improved. I like it. Okay, let's move on, shall we? I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Revlon ColorStay. Vanilla 135 or Vanilla 135. I have two of the same shade. What does that mean? All right, I don't have a clean brush. I'm not trying to pitch my product. I promise you, don't buy this. If you don't like it, whatever. I can't even ship it right now anyways. I don't have a clean sponge or makeup brush. I don't feel like washing one either, so we're just gonna get blendy with it. Wow, I have not tried this foundation in a long time. I used to use this all of the time. They did send this to me, and ColorStay is definitely like a hallmark part of the Revlon brand. And they have some really, really good products. This is a good one. I can't wear it all of the time because it does tend to clog my pores, but it is nice. It's so nice. Continuing on, we're going to go underneath our eyes and use this Surance Anti-Fatigue Cooling Under Eye Balm. I don't really know what this is about. It's from J.Cat. I don't even know if it has color to it or if it's just a balm. I don't think that has no color. Okay, so this is like an eye primer. Ooh, that is cold. That's cool. I guess to kind of like cool and smooth out the under eye area. Becca has a product that's a little bit similar. It's not as cooling, and I used to use that all of the time. I liked it. Okay, we're gonna go in with the Radiant Concealer from NYX. I don't know how I feel about this concealer. It's not thick, it's not pressing into the skin the way I want it to. We're gonna get close up. What is it doing? What on the earth? Yeah, it's just kind of like gummy. We will see how it goes from here. Maybe it's the primer that did that. I'm always pretty good to take into account when I'm layering new products on top of new products to maybe not be so harsh, you know? Okay, so from here, we are gonna set it and forget it. I have this powder from the Creme shop that is so freaking good, you guys. I love this. It smells delicious, first off. Probably not healthy for your lungs, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it does smell very, very good. Like cake batter, like yummy vanilla cake batter, frosting, just like baked goods. It smells great. I mean, you would think so. It has little sprinkles on the top. And this is the Ultra Matte Translucent. It does not crease, crinkle, or cake the under eye area at all. It is so comparable to like the kind of coverage you would expect from Huda Beauty, like that really like intense coverage where you can press it underneath the eye and it's going to kind of sink into the skin as the skin warms up with the powder. And then you're just left with this really long hold, a more poreless look on the face. It brightens it right up. I really like this powder a lot. Was anybody else obsessed when they were a child with Easy Bake Oven? Who remembers this? Who had one? I had one, and I was only allowed to have so many of the little packs to make food. And I just thought it was the most genius thing because I was like, this is so great. Because when I am denied treats, I can just go ahead and make myself some in my room, in my privacy. And it was like that was the thing. It was not the fun of making it or anything. It was that I wanted to make my own treats in my room when my mom was like, you can't have cookies or whatever. I don't know why this is reminding me of an Easy Bake Oven, but we're baking. Okay, so now what I want to do is throw on a brow and then we will zoom in and do eyes. And I'm just going to kind of let this sit. I'm going to take the Creme Shop Macro Brow and you guessed it, I'm going to fill in my brows. Do I annoy you guys telling you every little thing that I'm doing? And now I'm done brushing my brows. I'm gonna color them in. Okay, I'm still really into this whole thing of turning your head and really like looking down and kind of making sure that this area right in here is where you focus on first before you pull up into your arch. I find this super, super helpful. And then you just kind of pull upward. Okay, I am gonna dust off my under eye area now. This is not going as well as I would like it to be going, to be honest. I'm not loving the way my skin looks right now. That powder though is a home run. I do super, super, super love that powder. I just feel like maybe that Miracle Blur is better on a day where you're doing no makeup. Something went kind of weird with that concealer where my skin kind of feels a little sticky in texture. It just doesn't feel like it normally does. I'm gonna go ahead and take this eye foundation from Catrice. Go ahead and just pat that in with my fingertip. And then we are gonna go into this number right here. I mean, I kind of am curious to follow one of the looks that they have on the back of this thing. I'm just trying to figure out which one should I try. I think I'm gonna do the Super Bloom look, which is the bottom row. And it says to take the shade 9. I'm assuming all over and up to the brow bone. So let's go ahead and just start there. I'm gonna take a Kem brush. We're gonna give it our very best efforts here. It's a peachy shade. It's a little dusty, that's okay. It might be a little too peachy for me, but we'll see. And if it is, then I will, yeah, I probably would take the lightest shade in the palette all the way to the brow bone. So we'll just kind of start with this one a little bit in the crease and then go in with the lightest shade up here at the very end to kind of highlight the brow bone. That's what I'm gonna do. That is very peachy. I actually really like this shade. Like not even as a transition, but maybe for something else. And now I'm gonna go into Super Bloom, which is the kind of matte shade right next door here. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that. This one does not have nearly as much kickback. It's always interesting to me how different pigments, colors, how formulas are pressed and all of that impact how a brush dips into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put this all over the lid and a little bit into the crease as well. That's a really pretty shade. Okay, I'm gonna repeat on the other side, starting on the outer edge, because that is ultimately where I'm gonna be layering the most pigment just all together. So when I know that, I always lay down the majority on that outer edge. And now I'm just taking the shade Flat on the side of this brush. This is a ColourPop E1. I'm tapping the excess off, and then you can see where I have that color. I'm just laying it down flat on the outer edge of my eye and pressing it in. And then I kind of tilt up and I can blend into the crease a little bit. And I'm just gonna keep layering this up, you know, we're already kind of headed into a dramatic look, so why not? It's very pretty, it's very bright, whoa. Now we are gonna go into the shade Flower Market. Swatching these metallics that have kind of a multi-color look to them when you're staring straight into the pan, they have like this like freckling of different colors. And when you swatch them, it's just, it kind of swatches a little dull. So I might go in and foil them a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to try first off. Well, this one's actually working out nice. Just with my fingertip. This does not, oh, it's crumbly. This is the kind of formula that I imagine would not apply well with a brush. It's that like thicker metallic where it just doesn't even want to stick to a brush. Some people are okay with that. Some people have an issue with it. I'm usually okay with it. This is pretty chunky in the sense of you're gonna have some fallout. Let's go ahead and wet a brush. Going into the same color, I feel like this is gonna apply just like a million quadrillion times better, yep. So pretty. But because more is more and I want some more shine, I'm really curious to go into this kind of nude shade in the upper left corner. My brush is still a little bit damp. These are kind of smushy and flaky. It's a little bit weird. And I'm gonna go in the center of the lid. Wow, there is so much fallout with these. That's the only thing that I'm like having a hard time with the metallics. And if you pick up one shade that has like a brighter speck in it, it'll smooth out and be brighter on one eye versus the other, which is something that I am battling right now. Let's kick away the fallout. Say a little prayer. I do want to go into that. I want to just kind of take a stroll through this palette, just a teeny tiny, teeny tiny, little bit. I'm going to go into the champagne shade that is right here with the sponge tip applicator. And I want to go on the inner corner and a little bit on the lower lash. I'm going to go into the yellow one right next door and really brighten things up. I think I've had enough fun in the eyeshadow. I am going to go ahead and line. Now I don't have a new drugstore mascara, so I am gonna use the Bambi Lash that I have been enjoying quite a bit. Mascara is on, liner is on, my face is still pretty blank and we need to try on a lip. I'm gonna pull the camera back out and we're gonna get to finishing up this look. I did put on some Kiss lashes because I wanna look so fabulous in my living room. Okay, these are the Soir by Kiss. I really like them. They're a little bit thicker on the outer edge of the band. We are going to blush and bronze highlight the face. I'm a little bit fearful because this is a shimmery bronzer situation and I don't have any other new bronzer to try out. And I just kind of was like, you know what? Now is the time because it's not like I'm going anywhere. So like if it looks terrible, like that's fine, right? And ooh, that's rough. Now that I laid the color down with a more intense brush, like compacted brush, I am gonna take a fluffier brush and just kind of graze the color on top and kind of swirl it all together. Now we're gonna go for a little blush, and this is interesting because I feel like this is a drugstore price. It's something that I just wanna use because I have it on hand. This is what I bought in Thailand. It's by Beauty Buffet, made in Korea. This is the GINO McCRAY Heritage Blush in Sweety Pink. And I just think this is the prettiest pink blush. And it's completely matte, which I really, really love. And is surprisingly unusual. Like you are hard pressed to find a really fantastic, completely matte blush these days. Everything has like a shimmer to it. I prefer matte blush and then adding my own like element of shimmer on top, which is what we'll do now. So we're now going to go into the Revlon SkinLights. And this is in Twilight Gleam. I'm gonna take a fan brush so it can go in nice and light and just, ooh, that's pretty. I do love these. I don't have this color, I have a different color and I put it in like a products I recommend video. That is beautiful, wow. It is time for a little lipstick. And then I feel like I am done. Now this is a powder lippy from Wet n Wild. I was gonna save it for a weird AF, which I have a lot of weird products that I am gonna be putting to the test. So make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. I will be back with the weirdest kind of out there products. And I just kind of wanted to try this one today while I was trying out Drugstore. So we're just gonna go for it. Oh my gosh, that is a very strange sensation. And not the color I thought it would be either. This is the color Dude Chill. Let's try Snowed In. It feels super weird. I feel like it needs to be brightened up a little bit. So while it's still kind of damp, I can't tell, it's a weird texture. I'm gonna take a little bit of highlight, powder on powder maybe? I don't know. I feel like I need a gloss really badly and this is just not the right color. Hold please. I still need to get very organized in here. I just found a Frankie Rose, very pink kind of glossy lip that I am gonna put on top because this is not matched, does not look cute. Wow, that took a really long time, but I do really enjoy this look. I'm pretty pleased with how most of it turned out. The foundation, I don't love it as much as I remember. I used to really like live for the Revlon ColorStay foundation. I would use it all of the time. The concealer was kind of like, meh. I don't know if it was that or if it was that I put it on top of that balm. I'm gonna try the concealer one more time without the balm, but that was a part where things started looking a little bit chunky, a little heavy, and I was just kind of not really into the way my skin was looking. I am still curious to give a go to the 1 minute primer. I felt like that actually, with nothing else on top of it, did do a really nice job of just kind of giving me a little bit of a boost of warmth and also blurring out my pores, and the texture is really nice and whipped. So I do love that. Obviously love that powder that I've been using already and am very familiar with. The Physicians Formula palette is pretty surprising. The pigmentation is really nice. There's a ton of fallout, specifically with the metallics. I would suggest doing your eyes first or making sure that you use these wet. I do want to go through this for you guys really quickly, so let's go top to bottom really quick. We have Fresh Bouquet, nice stems. Bottomless Brunch, Floreal. Are you Floreal? Oh my gosh, who names these, really? Who names cosmetics? Like, sometimes they have the craziest, like ultimate, very sexual names or like the dumbest humor you've ever heard in your life. Next row down, sure, Wine Not. Yes way, Rose. Winestone Cowboy. Just like a Winestone Cowboy. Oh my God. Okay. Next to that, we have Berry Chic. Bottom row, Pinkies Out, Super Bloom, Flower Market, and Last Call. I think this is a nice palette. It is a little up there in price for what it is, being that it's drugstore, but it's not bad. The pigmentation is there with the mattes. They're very silky and they blend well once you really activate them. Like on first pass, you might think it's a little patchy, but keep blending, it'll look nice. This brand's blush is so good. I wanna find it online, Beauty Buffet. Like even this peachy one's really pretty. The Revlon bronzer highlighter, yes, love so much, so much. Cream Shop brow product, I'm like hit or miss. I like kind of like it, I don't. I kind of like it, I don't. I'm working with very minimal brow items here. I don't have a lot. Leave me your recommendations in the comment section because I do need to place an order for makeup. And specifically, if you have like a holy grail brow item that you think I should try, let me know because I literally have like 3 pencils. And that's just normally not how it is for me. Like I'm used to like this big collection because this is my job, but it's a little sparse in certain areas of my collection. Liners and brows, mascaras. I literally have 2 mascaras here and that's it. And I kind of think that's nice, but also I want to have some variety of what I'm reviewing and what I'm filming with. So let me know. I think that's about it. What else did I use? Oh, the powder lippy. I like it. I was really surprised by the texture opacity. I just didn't think it looked great with the eye look. It was just like too much and the tones were a little bit off. It's one of those things where the package on the outside represents a different color than what you are actually swiping on. So be mindful of that. I ordered those online. They're a lot deeper than what you would think. All right, you guys, I hope you're having a good one. I hope you had fun just kind of hanging out and getting ready with me and just playing with pretty pinks and purples and makeup. And I'm wishing you the best day. Go have fun, try to play with makeup, do something for yourself that's good, that makes you feel loved. That's important even behind these walls. You still deserve to feel beautiful and just have fun with it. Now's the time to kind of play and take a little more of a risk if you're trying to, you know, learn something new, whether it's curling your hair or a wing liner or lashes or whatever. So if you have access to just play with makeup, then go for it. Like, now is the perfect time. All right, I'm gonna go. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, thumbs this up, share it. Sharing is caring. Leave me a comment, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.